So at this point, I want to do some demos to actually showcase some of the things that we've been talking about. And so what we'll do is we'll go through these demos. I'm going to stop showing the slides and actually do a live demo. So we're hoping that the network stays up between here and the US, since my identities are primarily in the US. So we'll go ahead and we'll do that. And at the end of each demo, I'm happy to take some questions, or you can save them up for the end and we can take them then too. So my first demo I'm going to do, I've got my cheat sheet here, so I'm just going to move some things around so I can see it. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to go through an enrollment. So in order to manage these federated identities like John's been talking about, so we can put them into groups, we can manage their roles, we can collect more attributes. We have to have the federated identity. We have to onboard them into the platform, into CILogon and specifically co-managed registry. And we have a number of ways that we can do that. The most common way and sort of the starting point for most organizations is to use what we call enrollment flows. And an organization can have as many enrollment flows as they want. It's pretty typical to have different types of enrollment flows. You can have self-service with or without approval. You can do invitation enrollment flows. You can even do conscription sometimes, and we do have people that do that where a PI will just enroll their graduate students automatically. The enrollment flow that I'm going to show you right now is a self-service enrollment flow, so you can kind of get an idea what that looks like. And I'm going to enroll myself into Cadre's test registry. So let me go ahead and get that started. I'm going to use a private browsing window here. And we're just going to jump right into the enrollment flow. So with a self-service sign-up enrollment flow, typically what happens is an organization will put a link to the enrollment flow, maybe on their main web portal, or sometimes they'll send out an email saying, hey, if you want to, to prospective members, if you want to join our collaboration, click on this link and go through the enrollment flow. So a user would click on that link and immediately be sent to the CILogon page to authenticate, to choose the login server and to authenticate, and also to consent to attribute release. It's a very important part of the flows, is that the user has to consent. So I'm going to use my University of Illinois, and you get to see me log in, and you'll see that multiple times today.
Very exciting.
But that's part of middleware demonstrations in identity management. So let's go ahead. I've just authenticated to my campus. My campus is going to definitely want me to do multi-factor, and we use a tool called Duo. So now I'm going to log in, and after I've logged in and proven who I am with my federated identity, then I get sent back to the Cadre 5 Safes co-managed registry. So this is the identity registry where we're going to collect all of these federated identities and be able to manage them. And so we can have customized instructions for the users. All of this is going to be completely customizable. So I'm just going to pretend I'm a user here, and it's going to go through the various steps. Because I've had to authenticate, it's already pre-filled out some details of the form. All of the details here of the form are completely customizable, so you can collect all kinds of different information that you might need for your organization. You're not restricted to just one type of form, but I'm just going to leave the defaults and submit it. You've all seen this type of enrollment before. And it's very typical, especially for self-sign-up enrollment flows. We want to make sure that the user has submitted an email address that they control. So after I've gone ahead and I have submitted the form, we send the user to a landing page that's also customizable for each organization. We've got a placeholder here for Cadre, and It tells me that I have to find my email. So hopefully my email has shown up, and it has here. So here's the email that says, thank you for registering with the Cadre 5 States Registry. You have to click on this link so we know that you actually manage this, email address. And these are all customizable. So all the email templates that you might see today are customizable. And an administrator for the organization just go in and they can customize it however they want. So I'm going to copy this link address here, go back to my browser. I'm going to go to that URL. This is going to go ahead and it's going to verify that I own that email address, go through the rest of the steps. And then at the end, it's going to redirect again to a page that's customizable. So Cadre has set this page up as their landing page. And as they move towards production, they're going to come up with more login, more pages that they can redirect the users to. This is really just a placeholder at the moment. But if I come over here to this browser and I log in as an administrator, I'm actually already logged in because I did that ahead of time. I can go look at the petition. And if I was an administrator in Cadre, I'd get an email telling me, hey, user just submitted a new petition and it's pending approval. So I could log in, I can look at the petition, I can see the attached identities and all the different details and the petition history. And then I can make a decision if I want to approve or deny, I can always deny, the petition. So I'm just going to click on approve because I'm going to be using this again in a minute. So we'll let this finish. And then we'll take a quick look at the record. So this is an administrator's view of the record that was created for this user when he enrolled. You can see we've got name information, a bunch of different identifiers, email addresses, groups that we've already assigned, and we can assign more groups. So this is the point now that the petitions have been approved that we can begin to manage this federated identity and begin to do some of those fine-grained authorization and management tool techniques that John was talking about. So that's the end of the first demo. That's a very typical enrollment flow.